powerful feature of the TI calculator is its ability to create tables. To create a table, go to y equals and type in a function. I'm going to type in y equals 1/3 x minus 2. And the table button is up here. They're on the same button as the graph. Notice it's written in blue, so we need the second. So I go second table. And on most of the calculators, if you haven't used a table before, this is how it will come up. It will start with x at -3 and go till x equals 3. If you wanted to plug in other values like -4, -5, -6, hit the up arrow and you could keep going. Or if you wanted numbers that were positive, you could push the down arrow, keep going. Now, let's say you wanted to plug in 102. Well, you have a couple options. One is to keep clicking down until you get to 102. That's a little foolish. That would take a while. A better option is to go into the table set. The table set is on the same button as window. Once again, I need the second. Table set. Table start. I can tell it I want you to start at 102. Go back to my table. And now notice the table starts right at 102, goes 103, 104, so on and so forth. What if you wanted to plug in some decimals? Well, let's go back to the table setup. Let's say we want to start at 0 this time. And we want to plug in 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, so on and so forth. Change the delta table. Delta stands for change. Plug in 0.1. Go back to your table. And notice that now it goes 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, so on and so forth. Now, let's just say you had a bunch of different type numbers you wanted to type in, numbers that didn't fall into a nice sequence like this. But this is how I use my table most of the time. I go to the table setup, and I come down here and I change the independent to ask. I find this to be the most useful way to use the table. Now go back to my table, and you'll notice there's nothing there. That's okay. What this allows me to do now is type in any number I want. So if I need to plug in 2.4, I type 2.4 and hit enter. If I need to type in -256, I type in -256 and hit enter. And you can continue in this way, typing in any number you want.